Yo, 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 yo. Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all doing? What it do? Tell me something good, YouTube viewers. Don't you dare be sour. Sit back, relax, chill, and enjoy. Cause it's gonna be a stone groove. Shit, I can't lose what I can use. And I know what to do to set the groove and put y'all in the mood. And thank you for taking the time to tune in and check out the den. Yo, with your host, Carlos Stargell, aka OG Low.
That's me.
And it's something that I'm going to say and something that y'all got to hear and needs to know. You didn't pay no money, so there's no need for y'all acting funny. So just sit back and relax and just enjoy the den with your host, Carlos Stargell, aka OG Low or Carlos the OG.
That's me.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Rap to him a little bit right here. May I rise?
All rise.
Talk to me. Say something.
Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all doing? This is your boy, Carlos Stargell, aka OG Low or Carlos the OG. That's me.
That's me.
And thank y'all for taking the time and tuning in to the den. Shoot. Hey, look, like I say, sorry for the delay, but due to the issues due to internet issues, I am back now. And like I say, shoot, I can't lose what I can use. And I know what to do to set the mood and put y'all in the groove. But anyway, how y'all doing, y'all? I'm all right if y'all all right. Okay, the temperature up in Burlington, North Carolina, close to 70 degrees. Wow, it's warmed up a whole lot since this morning. Thank the Lord. And I want to appreciate the viewers. First time and recurring. Now, is this your first time? And you feel it in your heart and you feeling it in the depths of your soul, please hit that like or that subscription bell. I sure would appreciate it. And again, I want to thank each and every one of you who took the time to view and check out and watch the den. Guarantee you won't have no regrets. And like I said, it's going to be a stone groove and shit. I can't lose what I can use. And I know what to do to set the groove and put y'all in the mood. So enjoy these moments with me, Carlos Stargell, OG Low, or the OG.
That's me.
Okay, y'all. What I wanted to talk about earlier, just want to talk about, like I told y'all yesterday, life, like I said, I'm going to say this all the time, life is too short. And if you got a chance to fix it or squash it or whatever, go on and do it. I mean, some things that's broken can't be fixed. But honestly, nothing's impossible for God.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
Yeah. And also to today, like I said, I know I was supposed to go on at 12, but like I said, due to the issues with the internet, I had to wait for a few minutes because you know how it is. But it's okay now. I'm here. I'm here and I'm talking and I'm here to let y'all know. Can't let that one monkey stop our show. And you know what I'm saying?
Rap to him a little bit right here.
Yeah, but what I wanted to talk earlier about, I was reading, reading, stuff on social media. And, like I said, people take social media as a joke. I mean, and a lot of them take it personal. Look, it's nothing personal. It's always, you always got your ones who do all the
Shit.
talking. And guess what? A lot of them don't know how to back it up either. And then you got some who pretend to be to think they something that they're not, and more than who and what they are. So all I'm saying is just be yourself. You never go wrong with being yourself.
Talk to me. Say something.
Oh, and by the way, too, just to let y'all know, the demon does. Usually the den runs at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but like I said, had a little delay since there was issues with the internet. But just to let y'all know too, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia connection, we're running Run DMC, and Carlos the OG will be will be going live. Hopefully, if God's willing, we'll be going live tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. So if y'all, like I said, you can still check out the den, but I have a little weekly thing I do with my friend Ronnie around DLC Houston. And like I said, it's like the den is always a stone groove.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
Okay, y'all. But what I really want to get into too is about the difference in the difference in the music today than it was back in time. Now, music today, I'm just gonna say this right here. Too much programming, too much synthesizers, too much sampling, too much interpretation. We didn't have all that back when I was growing up. It was called
Creativity.
it was creativity. Everybody had their own thing, and if they did re-record another song for somebody else, we didn't have all that programming and none of that. We had live instruments. Like I said, no programming, no auto tune.
None of that shit.
And just to let y'all know too, I'm not saying music sucks today, but to me it does. But I'm just gonna say this right here.
Everybody has their era.
And that is true. Everybody has their era. Everybody has their era of music. I know I did. My parents did. My grandparents, great grandparents, everybody did. Now, my grandmama, and then my grandparents, the 50s, the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, that was their era. My parents, the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s. Me, in my era, the 70s, even though I was born in 68, but the 70s and the 80s and the 90s were our era. And it seemed like after the 90s, the sound of music to me just got worse. Like I said, with all this programming, interpretation, excuse me, interpretation, all that. I mean, come on now. I'm not knocking it. But me personally, I'm more old school. I'm more about live instruments than performing. And then on top of that, too, a lot of these people today can't really sing. Back then they couldn't sing either, but now they really can't sing. And then the song, then the lyrics. Ooh, the lyrics I just don't feel the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Can't feel it. I mean, they say stuff that I don't even understand. Hey, they say stuff nobody understands. But to these young folks, it sounds good. And they think they selling 1 million copies just for some sloppy lyrics and using somebody else's music in the background. Now, as far as sampling, I call it borrowing people's music with permission. Now, the thing about it, if you're going to sample, at least get permission, because if you don't, they will sue you for back royalties.
Talk to me. Say something.
I'm serious. That's why you got to always get permission. I don't know if you get it from the artist or the record company, but you do have to get permission if it's released, because that way you won't have to worry about them taking you to court and suing you for back royalties.
May I ride?
So that's why we need more creativity. We need to really bring the music back into the schools again, because that's another downfall. They took music out of the schools. Now back when we were going to school, we now I don't know about everybody else, but I enjoyed going to music class. That was just like a refuge in my book, if you ask me. But nowadays, like I said, people take life and everything for granted. I mean, it's sad, but it's true. But me personally, I'll listen to it, but it depends. I ain't gonna say all today's music don't sound right. Some of it do. But me personally, seeing like as I got a little older, and like I say, by me being old school, like me personally liking instruments and all that, live instruments, and no sampling or whatever, that's how I was raised. And then on top of that too, and I still really dig the live sound, not the programming, not the sampling, not the interpretation, creativity. I mean, I like a lot of, and I do like a lot of old school music. But what I really like, if I listen to the day's music now, it's either jazz, blues, or gospel. And some gospel I can't even get with. I mean, because like I said, with all the sampling and the program, but and speaking of gospel, there's a lot of gospel songs. A lot of people can't even dig a feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I heard a lot of people try to put down Kirk Franklin, talking about they don't like his music or whatnot. Well, guess what? Kirk Franklin did what he knew that would work to reach out to the young community.
Talk to me. Say something.
I mean, if you do what you do to reach out to the young people and it worked, let it do its thing. Let nature take its course. Because sometimes you got to do what you got to do in order
Shit.
to work. And that's on the real for real. Excuse me, y'all. Now, like I was saying, there's nothing wrong with doing what works for you. Because some things just don't work. In music, some music just don't work for everybody. You got to find the one that suits you. And another thing about music, to me, is really all about sound. The kind of sound that y'all know that will sell, get a radio play or whatnot. But I will say this though, there's a lot of good music out here. There's a lot of talented young folks out here. But like I said, but what I can't get with or dig, sampling, programming, and interpretation. Okay, that's all I got to say about music. But I just want to bring this up while it's on my mind. Rest in peace, Richard Roundtree. Yep, the man who played Shaft. Now, Shaft was a bad brother.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, he was a bad brother back then, too. I mean, but you know what's sad, though? He played Shaft so good that they felt like it was no other part that he could play other than Shaft. They'd have made Shaft Big Score, Shaft in Africa. They even had a TV show. It didn't last long. Shaft. They tried to make him like a TV detective.
Y'all know damn well that shit wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, but I will say this though. But the first movie, the original Shaft with Richard Roundtree,
Classic, y'all.
that was a classic right there. And with the one part in that movie, I'll never forget when Shaft threw that fool out the window. And that's one part I never forget. That's the part that really got my attention. That's one scene I will always remember from that movie. When the dude went flying out the window. And also too, another person I remember in that movie, the one who played Bumpy Jonas, was Moses Gunn. Yeah, the same one The same Moses Gunn who played Carl Dixon in Good Times. God rest his soul. I mean, he was like, you got to find my baby. That was bumpy. And then Shaft was like, who can hit you, bumpy? Yeah, but Shaft, like I said, Richard Roundtree, I mean, he made his fame with Shaft. But even though he couldn't get the other parts because of the movie at one time, he ventured in other areas like movies like Escape to Athena. That was pretty good. It was all right. But but you know what? One thing I can say though, I remember when he played when they remade Shaft, when he played the uncle, and Samuel L. Jackson played Shaft. But to me, overall, it still couldn't beat the first classic, the original Shaft. But I'm gonna say this right here too. But the one who's responsible for the soundtrack, God rest his soul, my man Isaac Hayes. He was like, "Who's the cat with all the clicks? A sex machine to all his chicks."
Shaft.
You damn right. And what got me when he said, "See, this cat Shaft was a bad mother."
Shut your mouth.
Well, I'm just talking about Shaft.
We can dig it.
And he said he's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his woman.
Shut up.
But Blowfly, Clarence Reed, yeah, the best twister in music of all time. Now, when he did his version of Shaft. Now, just to let y'all know, FYI, and he is up. Now, Clarence Reed, aka Blowfly, his version was a lot worse, and it's a little too real for some of y'all ears. He was like, "Who's the guy who gets hard every time he up hard?"
Shaft.
You motherfucking right. And that's the part that got me. But what really got me too when he said, "Say this cat Shaft was a bad mother."
Close your legs, girl. What's wrong with you?
That really got me. And then he said, "Cause Shaft is the guy who will sucker. You know what? Dry." That's all I'm gonna say right now. I can't say the original word because, like I said, Blowfly was too nasty. But I ain't gonna lie to you. When he did that remake of Shaft, I'm just gonna keep it real. I laughed so hard, I literally
Pissed.
on myself. And I had to wash my pants and drawers before my mom and daddy got home. And to this day, they never knew. Well, your mama might know now if she watching. My mama might know now if she watching this podcast, but I had to wash my clothes before they came home, so they didn't know the difference. I'm guilty. Yes, I was listening to Blowfly when I was young, but couldn't help it. The dude was funny as hell. I mean, he was nasty, but he was funny. And then what really messed up about it, dude can sing. He could sing real good, but then I found out who he really was later on in life. I found out he was the same Blowfly. Yeah, Clarence Reed was the same guy who wrote Betty Wright's first big hit, Clean Up Woman.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
And he also wrote Gwen McCrae's biggest hit, Rockin' Chair. See, a lot of people didn't know that was Blowfly because he used his real name, Clarence Reed. And another reason why he didn't use Blowfly because he was protecting himself and his rights as a songwriter. But like I said, Clarence Reed, aka Blowfly, he was a mess. He was funny as hell. Like, if y'all remember this song, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, well, you should have heard Blowfly's version. My baby kept farting on my face. That don't mean that my face ain't in the wrong place. It is not for me. My baby keep farting, pretty soon she'll be
Shitting.
all over me. The first time I heard that, I promised you, I literally leaped on myself. And then he had one song when he did Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Ooh, that was a trip. My daddy got my daddy got about 800 girls. No, he said, no, this is what he said. My daddy got the biggest you know what in the whole wide world. And then you heard another say, my daddy had screwed 8 million girls. And then you had the real singer just come out of nowhere. It was the 3rd of September, the day I always remember. Yes, I will. Cause that was the day that my daddy died. I never had a chance to meet him. But when it came to screwing, nobody could beat him. Say, Mama, I'm depending on you. Tell me the truth. Mama looked at me and rolled her eyes and smiled. She said, son, your papa was a rolling stone. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do now that the you know what is gone. That's all of them. Well, I can't say the real word on now. Now come on, I gotta kind of be mindful to some of y'all because, like I say, some of y'all might get offended about what's coming out of my mouth, but instead of getting offended about what's coming out of my mouth, be more offended about what's going on this earth today. Be pissed off about the politics that's against us and everything else, and stop worrying about what comes out of my mouth. Because what comes out of my mouth,
That's irrelevant.
yeah, I'm just keeping it real, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But anyway, like I said, Richard Roundtree will be missed. Now is only one OG living, and that's the Hammer, Fred Williamson. Yeah, I'm talking about Black Caesar. Yeah, Mr. Mean, that cat. Yeah. But if y'all saw the movie Original Gangsters, that's when all of them was on there. Richard Roundtree, I, Jim Brown, Ron O'Neal, Pam Griff. That's the movie I was feeling right there. But what got me, if you looked at in that movie, Original Gangster, Ron O'Neal, I promise you and the Lord, that dude, the character he played, Bubba, reminded me so much and reminded me so much of my dad, of my father. He reminded me so much of my dad because my dad, he kind of had those loose curls, fair skinned, and thick mustache. And him and my Uncle Winston, they were known as Superfly to everybody else. But yeah, but anyway, like I said, Ron O'Neal, the part when he played Bubba in the Original Gangsters, special the part when he said, look, that the Hammer said, he said something, he said, you motherfucker. When I heard him say and the way he looked, that's how my daddy was. And what really got me when he told him, he said, let him know he had an itchy trigger finger and told him, look at his finger, he said, y'all need to stop before y'all get hurt, and you will get hurt. I said to myself, if that joker don't sound like Roy Stargell, I don't know what to say about that because Ron O'Neal, the character he played, Bubba, reminded me too much of my father. And Jim Brown, he wanted revenge so bad. He wanted revenge so bad because killed his son. But hey, who wouldn't? And like I said, and the two guys that played Damien and Spiral, and the way Jim Brown and Fred Williamson had them set up when they thought that they shot at him, and then that guy got mad to my Spiral, you cue ball hitter. Cousin, he said, no, he said, yeah, and he said, he got another guy. He said, you high yellow, and you high yellow. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. But like I said, they got they got their shoot. That's all I got to comment about that. But I know it was funny as hell. But shoot, I know it was funny as hell right now. But put it like this. Richard Roundtree, Ron O'Neill, and Jim Brown. They will be great. Let me stand. The only one that's and Jim Kelly. I can't leave Jim Kelly out. The Karaya man. Can't leave him out because he's part of that clique too. Now the only one that's still around, God bless him, Fred Williamson, the Hammer. Just want to say this right here. I'm gonna, like I said, that they were the original gangsters. Them motherfuckers were bad.
Rap to 'em a little bit right here.
Well, that's all. Well, that's almost the time I have for this segment right here. I would have came on sooner, but you all know how it is with with the with with what's going on now. But just want to let y'all know internet issues. But thank the Lord I was able to do it on this time. But if God's willing, I will be back at the 3:30 hour. At the 3:30 hour. So, but I want to thank each and every one of y'all who took the time to watch, tune in, and check out the den. First time viewers and recurring viewers, and again, first time viewers, if you feel it in your heart and in the depths of your soul, please hit the like or that subscription bell. And I sure will appreciate it. But I tell y'all what I'm gonna do. I will be back. I will be back at the 3:30 hour with another episode of The Den. But until then, y'all be good. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. I love you. God bless y'all. Peace, two fingers. And thank y'all for taking the time to tune in and check out The Den with your host, Carlos Starchel, a.k.a. OG Low, and Carlos the OG.
That's me.
And I'll catch y'all at the 3:30 hour.
Peace. Two fingers. And I'm out of here like last year.